Hello. Welcome everyone. It is Friday. We're gonna do some more game development today. That's right, it's 5:05 p.m. It is in fact May 30th. Anyway, okay, we're gonna open up Godot as usual. We're going to check my Git history to see what I've changed. Anyway, welcome to Stream Elements. Welcome Stanley, welcome Hamp, welcome Old Man Diabetes, Last Abaka, Props Not Jack, Deffins, QB Cubed, Muffin. That's it, that's everyone. Okay. So I think I'm like almost done with the game. It's been a long time, but I feel like within the next maybe like week or two, maybe I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, I will perhaps be done. So the title of the stream is that game has save data and title screen now. So we're in the home stretch. It is about to be done. Let me show you the actual game as it exists today. What is that emote? What do you mean by this? Lom hee hee hee. Okay, check it out. Whoa, whoa, look at that. Wow, that's cool title, man. Whoa. Placeholder title. This is not going to be the actual title of the game, but this is the title that I have right now. We have fancy text effects that were built into Godot. They have outlines, they got everything. You can use arrow keys to choose various things. Hey, wait a second. Why isn't it? If I go to the right, it doesn't go to new games. Excuse me. That is a bug. I need to change that. I have identified a bug immediately, right as I started my stream. Okay, I will show you what the title screen scene looks like. Let's see, where did I put it? I put it in screens. No, it is not an off by one error. There's no math involved. It's I think I set the quit button next thing to not be the right button. Yes, okay, continue. Wait. Oh, because I don't have continue, right? Continue only shows up when you have save data. And so since there is no continue button, it just for some reason goes to settings. Why wouldn't it go to new game? I don't know. So on the right side of the quit button is continue. Okay, maybe I should just put new game always at the left side. Then I feel like continue should be the default option, right? Oh, hold on. If I just make continue here, and then I default, if continue is available when you start up the game, that should be the first one that is selected. Right? Maybe? Have we considered this, everyone? Okay, so continue, right? We got the continue button. That's settings, we got the main menu, we have, okay, here's my title screen script. Got a lot of buttons here. Let's see, where do I have focused? Focus, welcome to my, happy Friday to you. I should default to quit? I don't think so. I have something, grab focus. If continue, okay, if continue button visible, then continue, otherwise new game, okay. So, what that means specifically is that I will set the quit button. The next one will be new game. If it's there. If it's, okay, it's always going to be there because you can always make new game. Okay, so we set this here, right? It's kind of annoying that it doesn't handle this automatically. I would have assumed that it would know that if you press right on the thing on the rightmost, it would wrap around to the leftmost one. But it's not. Welcome Milk Quirky. Is this going to be on Steam? No, it's going to be on itch. Because it costs $100 to release a game on Steam. And for a game that is free, I don't really see a reason to do so. But maybe at some point. Also, welcome Pandas. Okay, and then what do we have here? New game, new game, quit. So quit, next button is new game. New game's left button should be quit. Where is this? Focus? Here. Oh, it also has a tooltip. I didn't know it had this stuff. Alright, whatever, it's fine. Okay, so quit, if you press left, it should go to quit. If you press previous, it should go to quit. And then continue, we should remove this stuff because this is now in the middle. Also involves the review process. Yeah, they're not going to find anything wrong with my game, obviously. So that's not an issue for me. It's the money. And also, I don't know. Okay, so we have a screen. We have credits menu. Very cool credits. It's me and also a mysterious user named To-Do who has to update this. We have a settings menu. There's no music, but I will at some point maybe add some music to the game. We have a new game. Okay, you start a new game. You see that transition? That's new as well. I forgot. That's a new transition. You're like, whoa, before you only had this transition, right? We got two transitions in the game. Fade to black and that thing right there. Diamond wipe transition. It goes here and then it goes there. So now we have save data. So whenever you move between rooms, if you save and quit, oh, I also have mushroom, right, I forgot. I also have mushroom spore particles when you bounce on mushrooms now. So it adds some interactivity to the beginning of the game. Look at that, spore clouds, whoa, that's crazy. Welcome Monroe Mountains, those have been there for a while. They've been there for at least 3 streams. Okay, so note that I've moved to a different room. If I save and quit, now there's a continue button. Whoa, you can continue from where you left off, the last checkpoint. If I move to this room, and then I save and quit, and continue. Whoa, I'm in this room now. And I can close the game just to prove to you that it actually is saving your progress. Continue. Welcome, Atreyu. What are my thoughts on Doobie? Like, what it says is, if you mean the VTuber, that's not how it's spelled. I don't know. If you put in the Konami code, the mushrooms make it twice as high. No, they don't do that. Okay, so we have settings. Guys, if you release spores on the same mushroom 100 times, a new mushroom spawns right under it. It doesn't though. As soon as you bounce on the mushroom, the spores from the previous bounce disappear. This title will be a Wolfie's Cool Video Game. Okay, so now it's not just checkpoints, it's also items you've collected. So if I go in the game, also, hold on, pause menu also has number of clovers collected, so it will save that information. So when you reload the game, it will have kept track of which ones you've collected. There is one in this room conveniently that I can use to demonstrate. You can bounce here, you can go up. It's simple. I did a run through of this game yesterday from beginning to end. It took slightly under 20 minutes, but that's me as someone who knows how to solve all the puzzles. So maybe someone who is new to this game and doesn't already know the solution, it could take maybe at least half an hour, maybe even 40 minutes. Okay, so now we found the first clover. We do have 1 clover available. If we save and quit, it is, look, it's gone and we still have it. Whoa, you might be like, Wolfie, how did you do this? How did you possibly figure this out? That's crazy. Saving data? Impossible. Well, let me demonstrate to you. There is an app data directory. What is it? App data? App data. And then there's Godot, Hotch I'm aware. Godot, we have, is this one? Okay, and then we have Celeste, because this game is called Celeste, but it will not be called Celeste in the real game. It will be something else. So settings, okay, this is the old format. I didn't realize that they actually prefer that you call it .cfg instead of .ini. So that's the old one, I will delete it. Okay, settings, this is where the save data goes. And you may be like, Wolfie, what is the format? What is the data format? Simply, we have the latest checkpoint saved. You can very easily manipulate this data to be whatever you want. You could even change it to be an invalid location, and it could mess up your save, but that's fine. That's up to you, the user. Okay, so now we have power-ups collected. We have clovers collected. This is the room number. So if you'll note here, what is that specifically? Good question. We have the world. So the origin is 0, 0, and then we have 0, 3, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now as recorded that you saved, you've collected a clover in this room. So now it knows. Hope I have this spelled right. Will I be working with... I cannot answer any questions about that. This is neither a confirmation or denial of anything. In fact, it is completely unrelated. Okay, so we go here, and then we have the item. Does the death counter wrapper? I forgot. Yeah, we do have a death counter as well. I don't have a menu for it in the game. It does have the times you've died. I was going to have a speedrun timer in the game, but I currently do not have anything that updates this value. So you'll notice that if we go to a new checkpoint, it also doesn't save like all the time. It's not like every time you go to a new checkpoint it saves. It's basically, I think it saves on a timer. Every like 15 seconds or something it'll save, and then if you go to save and quit it'll save manually. Right, so you don't need to necessarily. How did I do this? You jump from here to this. Time to overflow deaths. Now this is a very large number. It's even I don't know, you could change this to be, what is the maximum number? Int 30, actually godot max int. Is it 32-bit or it is 64-bit? Okay. So you'll have to die this many times for it to wrap around. And then it'll turn negative though. It will in fact become a negative number. Now, you could argue that that is deathless, possibly. When I first started this game was I unfamiliar with programming. I have many years of programming experience, not specifically with the games. So it's like a data point to consider. I'm familiar with coding. It is my job in real life. It has been for at least 10 years now, possibly. But I've not done really game development that much. I think I started this game like 3 months ago. What about sounds for jump, mushroom, death? I don't think I'll have a jump sound effect because jumping occurs so much in the game that I feel like it would be annoying if every time you jumped it played a sound. But I think mushroom bounce could have a sound. Maybe crates falling down could have a sound. I don't know. There are some things. Also, that's a bug. I don't know how to fix that. You see that right there? When that crate falls on another crate, the crate that's already on the floor also has dust particles, which is strange to me. I don't really know why that is. It doesn't happen with other crates though. See, if I go over here, there's another room that does have a similar thing. This one you do push a crate onto another crate, but for some reason this one doesn't have the same bug. Right, you push this one. Oh, because this one doesn't actually go that far down. It's literally just here. Okay, is that what it is? If I push this one first. See, that one doesn't have the same issue. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the number of pixels that it's falling. Also welcome, Hey Biscuit. Can code and do great art. You're adding another talent to your toolbox. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so now we can jump. Okay, we can jump now. You know, if we save and quit, it actually preserves our ability. Look at that. So if people don't finish this game in one sitting, they can totally continue where they left off. Yes, it's a Metroidvania style game, which has very little backtracking. But it is there, it works. Okay, and then what? What else have I added? Placeholder credits, placeholder title, title screen has a background, bunch of random stuff, diamond transition, fix dialogue and retry button. Oh, I did refactor the way that speech bubbles are done. So if you'll recall, this is probably not interesting, but I thought it was kind of interesting, is that in Godot there is actually a way to translate your position in the world to position on screen, which should be obvious, right? You would expect that to exist. But for some reason, when I was coding the speech bubble thing, I did not consider that. I simply just manually calculated based on what I knew the size of a room to be, and also the scale of the viewport. It was crazy, right? So this is here now. I've refactored it to actually use the built-in functions. Welcome Denchi. Denchi, he was on Northern Line stream the other day, and he was yelling at you. He was like, Denchi, what are you doing? You're not even in position to receive the pass. The soccer game. Okay, and then what? I have a bunch of auto loads. I have a screens directory. I changed up the root scene structure. Okay, this is a new thing. He hangs out with Northern Line. Hey, but he follows me for some reason. Okay. For some reason he follows me on Twitter. He doesn't use Twitter anymore, but when he did follow me. He still does. Okay, what was I saying? Scene structure. Okay, so at the moment, we have a root scene right here. Welcome Lofi Butter. What I hear, Joe? Not really, but I'm gonna assume you're gonna tell it to us anyway, because that is usually how these things go. Okay, so we have a root scene, we have a main scene, and then this is what's used to change the title screen with the actual game scene. So a root scene. Okay, we have a new script for root. It is actually that simple. All this is doing is setting the main scene, and then we have a new transition scene. Scene transition. No, a root scene. Okay, this is where we have our scene transition. This one right here. We have two different animation types. We have the diamond transition. Check this out. Whoa, dude, how does he do it? The diamond transition goes this way. And then we have diamond reversed. This is what's used for the other one. Right, then we have our usual dissolve animation. Just fades in. This is used when you die. Okay, the diamond transition, it's like a bit longer. It's only used for the loading of the main game. Welcome Royal. How did I do it? It is in fact a shader. There is a shader on this resource, and then we have a shader editor. Okay, we have, and so I basically copied this from another website. Wait, no, this is the wrong one. It's which one is it? Scene transition, dissolve, replace diamond with dog. Diamond dog, Metal Gear reference. Where's my shader I just added? We have this one down here. Welcome Nutritious. This shader. This one specifically. I don't know. Lofi Butter, what is it? What is this joke that you're telling? Okay, and then we have this one, right? This script right here. How do I load it? Load it? Do I have to, is there a way to open this in here? Dime, okay, there it is. The line archive, okay, that's a strange, very strange chatter. Is this your first time chat? You've been following since March 24th, 2025. Is this, am I gonna, do I have to ban you? This is like the first time I've banned someone who's not a bot. Very strange. Okay, you're on warning, okay? Very, very strange. You know, I'm just gonna ban you. Very strange thing to say in a chat. Let's see, where is this? I will time you out. Ban. Warren, ban? Man, you've been banned. Very strange thing to say in a chat. Okay, so this is the diamond transition shader. We have this right here. This is actually from a game that I did play. Remember this? Remember when I played this game? They did use this shader, and I didn't even notice it. But this is the code that they have. I basically just copy this. I did make some adjustments to it so that you could do it in reverse. They did say that this would be left as an exercise to the reader. Reversing the transition direction to fade back is an exercise for the reader. And then I did it. I figured out how to do it. It's actually quite simple. You just do this stuff. And you're like, how does that work? Math. You just use various things. I just added this invert flag. If you set the invert flag, it will be reversed. Whoa, look at that. Writing shaders is fun. Oh yeah, that's right. In VTube Studio, you did add all those shaders, right? Did you copy them from places? Surely, right? You probably implemented some logic on your own. Tried to learn shaders, but my brain couldn't figure it out. Basically, it's like running things on every pixel, possibly. Every pixel on the screen. Yeah, you might be like, actually, Wolfie, it's not a pixel, it's a per texel or whatever. Is that what they're called, texels? Fragment coordinates, stuff like that. Welcome, Slime Molder. By the looks of it, I'll be in the US in 2027. That's like 2 years from now. You planned this stuff that far in advance? That's crazy. Okay, we got the output. Plugins list has plugin. Is not true. Family event. They plan stuff 2 years in advance. It's crazy. It's too much. Okay, so anyway, what am I doing today though? Maybe like, oh, Wolfie, you've shown us what you've done in the past few days, but what are you gonna do today? You gotta know. What am I doing today? I don't know. There's things I could do. Okay, so let me look at my to-do list. Game ideas to-do list. We have, title, clovers, could fix the bug where the crate falls on another crate. I could have, I mean, I feel like I could add sound effects maybe. That's a thing that I could do in this game. I could find sound effects that I think would make sense to have in this game. And then learn about how sounds work in Godot. The question is, what do people use? There's like a website, video game sounds. Royalty free video game sounds. Bands free? No. Imagine. Video game sound effects. Mushroom bounce. Or I could make my own. I did say that in Pico 8 you can make your own sounds. I could totally make one that looks exactly like this. Could be could use this. I could perhaps do this. It could be sped up. It could be perhaps like this. It could perhaps be like this. That's too long. What if it was speed lower is actually faster? Pitch 5. What if it was like this? Oh, this could be a death sound. Maybe when you die, it'll play this sound. That's too much. What about this? This is cool. You can just draw the wave, exactly. You could just be doing it. Oh. You can make it even faster. You can make it even slower. What if you draw a dog? You can't though. Wait, can you? How would you draw a dog? Be like this. But then like it doesn't work. A one-dimensional dog. Robot sounds. Whoa. One side of a dog? No, that's too much. I don't know. Maybe I just find some sounds. But I feel like this is not the most interesting thing to do on a stream. Just listen to sound effects for like 2 hours. I don't like that one. Ball bounce. Bounce kick. No. Okay, it needs to be specifically video game sounds. Video game sound effects, free video game sounds. Video game text. Video game bio gun. 8-bit video game fail. Game start. Whoa. Wait, I need a sound for like when you get power-ups. Right, what's a possible sound for this? Needs to be like da 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 da. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make sounds that sound good. Sure, what if it played this sound every time you got an item? What if it was... What if it was this one? Okay, that's unpleasant. That is an unpleasant sound. It's hard. It's hard to make sounds. Maybe I do this off stream. But if I'm doing that off stream, what do I do on stream, huh? We gotta decide what I'm doing today. Someone did mention maybe... Oh, you know what I could do? Okay, so one thing that I don't like is that right now if you go to the settings menu, it just kind of just shows up, right? There's no like bounce to it. You go to the menu, it just like, it's just here. It just shows up. I could possibly have like, kind of like how when you go next to a sign, the text box kind of like pops up a little bit. Let's see, for example, if I was right here, if I was moved here, you'll see this text box, it starts off tiny and then it becomes large. I could do something similar for the menu. Welcome Louis Zaki. Have I ever tried lab chirp? This lab chirp. Lab chirp. I've never heard of this one. What is this? Is this Windows only? Download. I didn't know it was going to download immediately. I thought it would ask me where to save it. I thought it would tell me whether it's... I'm going to assume this is Windows only. And you might be like, Wolfie, you're already on Windows. I don't normally use Windows. Oh, no, hold on. Mac compatibility? Wait, there is... It does have Mac. Okay, we could check this out. But what if it's a virus? What if this is simply malware? Surely it can't be. I think there's also something called Beatbox, right? Beatbox.co. You can use this to make music. They have like a music making stream, perhaps. Wow, that sounds awful because I don't know how to make music. I think what I'll do for music, I'll just find some tracks online that maybe suits the tone of the game, and then not try to make my own music. Because I feel like if I try like making my own music, this is gonna be like, this game is not gonna get done. I need to like actually finish this game at some point. Okay, so I could consider making the menus bouncy. Kevin MacLeod. Well, you know, there's a lot of websites. Dova Syndrome. They have music. Do you know that Dova Syndrome? What the heck? You know that they the game Ib game. This game actually used Dova Syndrome music. Like, people from back in the day were still using this website. When people think of Dova Syndrome today, they think of, like, you know, VTuber music, people using these on their streams, but this has been a thing for so long. And Yasupochi Guitars free music. Did not know about that. Search tags. Is this a music react stream, maybe? So that's language of user interface, English. Okay. Search settings. What about forest? Forest sound. Forest of spirits. How do I play? If I ever make a game, I will make my own BGM. You could be doing that right now. Let's play this. Sorry, I realized I was muted. When was I muted? I said it doesn't have to be chiptune, but I don't know. 1 hour ago? Wait, when I was muted, did I read Zoe's message? I did read this message, but I don't know if I was muted. If I ever make a game, I will make my own BGM. It will sound like a cat playing piano, but on guitar. You could totally do that. Well, this doesn't really fit. This is kind of like a mysterious forest kind of vibe. It's too mysterious. What about this one? Breath of the Forest. Okay, I didn't read that. Okay, I did not, in fact, read that one. This is a bit too calm. I actually don't know what kind of vibe I'm looking for though in this forest. What about this one? Ooh, this is like jungle kind of music. Wait, could this? Hold on. This one sounds nice. Okay, so if I were in this area, this works for the cave. No, but it's a forest soundtrack. Redesign the entire. Wait. Okay, hold on. This goes too hard though. It doesn't need to have this thing. This is too much. It started off good. I think this is too like there's too much rock in this. Or maybe it's fine. You know, I'm gonna copy this. Music. Forest. It could be like a cave kind of music. Steal music from Cave Story. I mean, this could maybe work. Someday in the forest. Oh wait, I should make it so that it loops, right? We need it to loop. We have to filter the tags by loop. How do I do that? Is there a way to do it? UI language English, latest arrivals, material type, BGM, loopable. Oh, you could set the mood as well. What if you enter the cave and the same song plays except with a low pass filter? That's great. Yeah, you could look up sounds if you want. If you find any good ones that might fit the game. So we're looking for a few things specifically. We are looking for grassland, forest type area. We are looking for cave, and we are looking for snowy mountain. And maybe like when you're climbing to the top of a long mountain. Sorry, by long mountain, I mean tall mountain. We're also looking for sound effects for when you pick up power-ups or some optional collectibles. If you find any that you think are good, feel free to send them to me. Oh, what about this one? Lake and Forest song. Does this fit? Does this fit the game? A little bit. Slightly. Now this is kind of like village, kind of quaint little village. Not sure if this is the vibe I'm going for. A bit too chill. Mick Gordon, who's a flavor of summer memories. What about this one? It's got a nostalgic kind of feeling to it. It does have foresty vibes. I think it sounds pretty nice. This could work. I think this one may be good. If I just play through the game, you can listen to the soundtrack. It is pretty pleasant. I failed. I have failed to make this jump. Alright, I could consider this one. I will put this one on the list. Forest. Paste it. Okay, the first one's forest / cave. Okay, this one might be nice. How does it end? I don't like the seconds of silence at the end. It did say, wait, I thought it said it could loop. It doesn't loop, guys. Actually, whatever, maybe that's fine. I thought I specifically chose loopable. I selected loopable, and this one is not loopable. What is this one called? Flavor of Summer Memories. It does. Wait, it does say it's loopable, but then this one it doesn't. What? Oh, it's track 1 of 3. Wait, track 1 of 3. Are there other tracks? How am I today? Welcome, Guacamigo. I'm doing well. Zoli has linked a song to listen to. Let's check it out. Okay, this song. Oh, there's 3 versions based on the comment. Okay. Oh shoot, Snow Forest? Flavor of Summer Memories. This is sentimental ambient music. Welcome, Brooke. Okay, this is the song that Zoe has linked. Greenfield. Oh, I see. It's over here. Oh, you can also use the built-in player. This one's kind of nice. This could work. Possibly. It sounds like something you would find in like Reciteer. Doesn't it sound like a town theme kind of? It's pretty chill. I will consider this one. This could be used for like a title screen or ending screen, possibly. It has summary vibes. I think it would work for like credits, maybe. Okay, hold on. So this one... So track 1 is not loopable. What about track 2? HTML player. Okay, this one is loopable. Okay, it's the same one. It's just loopable. I see. What about track 3? Ooh. What's the difference? Track 3? Play 337? Okay, hold on. Wait, is it this one? To the killing field? Hold on, let me mute this one. It's a bit too intense. Although, I mean, the top of the mountain, I think it's a bit too intense though. The climb to the top is like not that intense. It does have a little bit of creepy vibes to it. It's for FPS or third-person shooter games. No, I think it's too much. But I get what you're going for. I could consider it for something. Maybe for another game. What about the next one? The Calm Seaside. Now this does say seaside, but it could be forest. Celeste has a banger soundtrack. Exactly. Did I welcome you, Carp? I don't know if I did. This one's kind of nice. Maybe a bit too chill. Seaside forest. This is a listening stream. We're listening to royalty-free music today. For games. I think it's alright. React stream. My credit theme. 209. Absolute funny field. That's too silly. This is too much fun. We can't have this much fun, okay? It's too wacky. It's too wacky. It's pretty good though. I don't dislike it. It's just not the same vibe. No, but you can't have fun here. Strange walking. Strange. Quite strange. Ancient Great Forest. Family Guy. Is too much funny. This sounds like Ragnarok Online music. What the frick? No, that's not it. That's not what I want. They got vocals in the song. That's not what I want. This could be Cave Song. This might kind of fit in a cave area. Imagine you are in a cave and it sounds like this. It does sound quite cave-like. I could see it working. Okay, I will put this one down for possibly cave music. Sunlight and Forest. I have high hopes for this one. Ooh, Is that Bossa Nova? It's a bit too upbeat. Hold on. Foresty area. It is kind of nice. It does sound like a beach level, that is true. If I had a beach area, this could be one of the songs in it. Man, I should like note these, not just for this game, but like if this could fit in another game I make, could consider this one. Okay, so maybe I won't use this one for this game, but for another game, maybe. Beach area. Dramatic city. I know it does say city, but what if it does fit? No. It sounds good. You just opened it. Yeah, it doesn't quite fit, but it does feel like it would fit in a city area, you know, given the name. City life. Yo, welcome Raiders, just Covino. You were presumably also doing game development. Yes. Game dev. Hex grid placements, greatest clicker game. I hope you had a good stream. Hope you made a lot of progress on your game. Welcome Brainoid Games. What we're doing today, we are listening to music to be to put in our game. We're trying to find things that fit like a foresty kind of vibe, some cave areas as well. This is my game. It's a platformer. Let me show it to you. This is a work in progress title. We have save data. It actually surprises me when I look at previous VODs. The levels look so empty. I didn't have trees. I didn't have like backgrounds really. And then now we have so much stuff. Can you show me the mountain real quick? This mountain? Or do you mean the mountain in the game? You mean like... Okay, I'm gonna assume you mean the mountain in the game. Made a ton of progress, got combat and grid placement for the auto chess portion of the game. Dang. Sounds quite advanced. You're working on like a lot of different games, right? Every time I tune in, you're always doing something new. A lot of game jam stuff. That's cool. We're looking for music. The mountain, like in the game, this mountain. Okay, this is the mountain. I mean, obviously this music does not fit the mountain. I also don't have the power-ups needed to scale the mountain, so I will simply go up here. Welcome Choco Janks. Hope your Friday is going well. Do I want it to be intense-ish? It needs to be a little bit intense, but not like too intense. A bulletin board in the forest. Got a rabbit. Ooh. It's kind of nice. This game has too many spikes. That's just how it is. Yeah, we're finding music for our game. What about this one? Bulletin board one might work for a snow area. I think so. This one. Hold on. The snow area. It does, yeah, these instruments do kind of sound snowy. I think it's like the reverberation. Hold on. I could see it working. For snow area. Possibly. It does. Okay, I'll put this down. Snow. Maybe not the final mountain. Yeah, maybe like, you know, when you were like in this part of the game. If you're like here. Let's say you enter this area, you hear this music. I could see it working. Make sure there's loop. No, there's gotta be loop. I specifically filtered. Okay, I mean it's gonna sound the same. It is the same. Okay, so it does loop. I've noted this one. This one is also chill. Maybe too chill. Whoa, wait. It's kind of nice. A lot of nice music out here. This one could work. Save some songs for cutscenes, like the intro and ending. Yeah, I think one of the ones that I had, I noted that it might be good for an ending. This one could also fit with the forest. I'll note this one down. Okay, what about the next one? Mysterious Forest. Whoa. This is Mysterious Bitter. It's got too much going on. It's got too much energy. Okay, what about Forest Path? Also kind of nice. A lot of good songs on here. I think we have better ones for the forest though. No. Goblin Forest? Yeah, Goblin these. It's also only 48 seconds long. Goblin Forest. It does have kind of like an adventure kind of tone. It's got some adventure vibes going on. Has the right pep for an entry level. It could also like maybe work for climbing the mountain. It's got like a little bit of like urgency to it. But not like too much, you know? Sounds like a city in the forest. A goblin city. Welcome Tag Barrel. Does Wolfie Was a specific kind of music? Do I want? I don't know. Not sure. Forest. Okay, adventurous forest. Could consider this one. Do I want a specific kind of music? Don't really have one in mind. Just if I find something that works. I also don't have to use the forest keyword. This is like a witch's forest. It's too spooky. It's too much. Purge? Ooh. Alright, I'm gonna drink water. It is 6 PM after all. Alright. Welcome Pork Foo. Can we check Ame's Papaya BGM? Wait, that's the wrong song. That's literally how it sounds. Got vocals? No, that's too much. 10-1-76. Mountain climbing. Ooh. Wait. Hold on. Could work. It does sound nice. I feel like some of the other songs fit better though. I don't dislike it. I will note it down. Let's copy this one. Okay. Entrance of the forest. Forest of summer. First forest. Aged forest. Ooh, it's like a rainforest. This kind of feels like we should have more trees for this. The woodwinds, it's like a winter. Sorry, not winter. Whatever. Okay, what about this? Forest of summer? Ooh, what the frick? It's too high energy. It's like a dance song. No. Completely unrelated to the game, but if you are curious... Where's this one? 22231. Pleasant Dream. This is like it's like VTuber ending stream music. Yeah, this is this is kind of like what's that guy's name? The guy who makes all the music. That's a bad description. You know that guy who makes all the music. What's that guy's name? I forget. Shiro, right? What was that guy's name? Something Wasabi. No, you're thinking of Sean Wasabi. I'm thinking of another guy. I forgot his name though. Not Snail House. It does kind of sound like Snail House though. Hold on. What's that guy's name? Hold on, let me check my Spotify. Is there a way to check who you're following on Spotify? Open my library. Shoot, I'm trying to remember. He made a song named 3 AM, right? Song BGM. Is this guy? It's such a generic name. Does anyone know who I'm talking about? There's a guy specifically. I do like this song though. It is nice. 3 AM. Did it start with an S? It's not a Shiro. Need more context? No, there's a guy. Royalty free BGM. There is one. Is it like 3 AM? What's it called? Let me look through my liked songs on Spotify. Hold on, my library. My followed artists. Is there any such thing on here? I'm scrolling. This is probably not interesting to anyone. You're like, he's just talking now. We're here to listen to music to be used in game, not listen to whatever the heck this is. Okay, so hold on. I swear it is here somewhere. It is not here. There's like one guy, a very, very notable Doba Syndrome music contributor. Doba Syndrome known musicians. Top, is there like a ranking? Doba Syndrome 13806. 13806. Yeah, this guy, Sharo, that's what I was talking about. Yes, this guy, that song sounds exactly like a Sharo song. Yeah, this one. Yes, that is what I was thinking of. This is like possibly one of the most well-known Doba Syndrome guys. I know Randon uses this one. Probably like a ton of people use this one, but I know Randon does. Noel uses it. I don't think I've watched a Noel stream, but I would not be surprised. Yeah, 2:23 a.m. That's what the song was. Yeah, this one. Yeah. Oh no, this is a different one. They sound very similar. He has a very distinct style. It's got 8 million views. Please tell me what two-tell is. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Whatever. Anyway. I have now remembered. Right, what about this one? No. What about this one? This is like too much jungle vibes. Okay, we're nearing the end. This is the last forest BGM. Yeah, Donkey Kong. Okay, well let's look for like snow. I think we have enough forest BGM. Let's look for... Where's my music? This BGM called Silent Morning starts with a beeping alarm. I don't think I want to listen to that then. Snow. Snow. Climbing mountain. Cave. Perhaps. Snow. White ice snowing. Okay, so this one, would that fit in this area? It does feel like it would fit. The bells have a very, very wintry sound to them. I could consider it. I also like the art. They got the snowman, they got the, what is that, a hamster? Okay. Do I want to add that to my list though? Maybe. Flavor of summer memories. But I search for snow. Wait, this is the same one. Why does this one show up with snow? Oh, because it has snow forest in the title. Shiro does have a distinct theme. Yeah, they all sound very similar. But they're good. I do like them. We did say this one kind of would sound like snow though. 10 degrees Celsius. I think I've listened to all of Sharo's songs. So I probably know. What about this one? Snowflakes? Oh, this could be used for the ending. This could be like after you reach the top of the mountain. We could play this song. You were reflecting on your journey to the top. In the ending cutscene. I could see it. This could be nice. This could be the credits. Hold on, I'll write this down. Snow after reaching top. Maybe credits. Game over screen? There's no game overs. Oh, this could work for a game over screen. Let's see, does this work for you? 1, 2, 4, 2, 2. Yo, welcome Min Castella. 29 years? It's crazy. We're listening to music. Royalty-free music to be used in video game. Okay, so what do you envision this being used for? Do you think this could be a foresty kind of song? Sounds like, yeah, it does sound like starting area of Maple Story, perhaps. Would that fit here though? Maple Story. Maple Story title. It does kind of have similar instruments as Maple Story title theme. It's either foresty, snowy, or if you push it, maybe the mountain. It's Maple Story. I think we have other ones that fit better though. But I could see this one possibly working. The very mountaintop. No, I think for the very mountaintop, I want this one. Wait, this is snowy sounding? I think this sounds like a snow area. Okay, what if we were in this area? I mean, the thing is, it does fit a snow area, but my snow areas have spikes and danger all over them, so like maybe not. maybe it's a bit too calm for this kind of thing. It also just stops. Christmas with spikes. But it is a nice song. I think I'll have this one be the mountaintop. This could be the credits. Okay, and then what about this one? Snow Light. Tender sleeping face. Also a bit too chill. Ooh. Wait. This one does have a little bit of like danger to it. I think this one could work. Yeah. It's not like happy winter. It's like it's got some winter vibes, but also dangerous. Okay, I'll put this one down. What are the tags? Bright, fun, gentle, refreshing, lovely, hope. Okay, I will consider this one. Snow, but a little bit dangerous. Okay, I will consider this one. There's a lot of snow songs. Okay, what about this one? Under the Snowy Sky. Very chill. A bit too chill. Jump, I like this title. Jump into powder snow. I mean the image they used. It's got too much MIDI vibes to it. The MIDI is too strong. The long spell of falling down. Welcome, Orfish. Long spell of falling down. Also too chill. I feel like most snow songs will probably be quite chill. What if we look up like mountain? Instead of snow, like mountain? Dangerous mountain. Or climb, perhaps. We can also filter by this stuff, but I don't really feel like it. We've already done climb. Winter, true, I could add winter. Welcome Frosty Klondike, sounds like good progress. Exactly. Music. Frostpunk. This one does also kind of have like danger vibes as well. You know, this could be like a perilous mountain climb a little bit. I could see this song fitting in when you get to this part of the game. Maybe. Shimtone makes some bangers, this guy. Literally 1984. This one is really good, doesn't fit the game at all, but I would bookmark this. 151. Hold on, let me note this one down. Perilous winter, maybe. So you are saying we have number 15139. A mountain road where the wind blows, probably. I don't know the full title. Or the wind BL? It's like a battle music. It's epic boss battle. I could see if I had a boss battle, this could fit. One of my favorite games with good music is Aquario. Turns out one of the two devs was not a good person. I can't believe this. Why would they not be a good person? So simple. I would simply be good. Happy winter holidays. Very chill song. Bamboo shoots in the village. Well, you can't do that. You can't be shooting. What are they doing? Okay. Mountain path in a crater. Mountain climbing? Mountain path. Two bamboo shoots or team mushroom? Sorry, team bamboo. Why did I say two? Two bamboo shoots. I don't know. I've never tried either of them. Mountain path. Okay, what about this one? Mountain climbing? Wait, didn't I listen to this one already? This sounds familiar. Do I have this one? 10176. No. No, I do have this one. I didn't write anything next to it, though. Oh, no, you look for this one, right? Zully, I think you link this one. Higher mountain. I think there's also the fact that I'm searching in English, right? I would imagine if I searched in Japanese, there may be more songs. Probably. There were bamboo shoots offered at my local H-Mall, but no mushrooms. They're obviously biased. Kanji for snow. I have typed. I don't have a Japanese keyboard set up on here, but I do have it on my Mac. Paste it. Oh wait, this it's like the same. Wait, do they auto-translate stuff? This looks the same as what I searched. Although maybe there's a bit more. How do Japanese people type kanji? There's a few ways. Sometimes you could type the romaji, and then it types it for you. Some people have Japanese keyboards. I don't know. Have I listened to all these? I think I have. No, okay. There's some that don't show up in the other view. Welcome, Sheriff Pumpkin. Snowy night. Alright, this one. It's got a little bit of danger as well. I could see this fitting for this part of the game. It's maybe a bit too perilous though. It also has a bit of MIDI vibes to it. Ooh. I like this part. Is there a mode where you draw with a stylus? Probably. Probably. Sometimes keyboard will suggest kanji. Exactly. I know Chinese has one where you just write it with a stylus. That's how some people use it on their phone as well. Would this one fit this area? Kind of. Maybe, I could consider it. Snow, but also perilous. Perilous. Funny story. Young folks in Hong Kong and China are constantly using pinyin for testing. Sorry, texting. Why did I say testing? People are forgetting how to write the characters. I mean, that's like how Japanese, a lot of people, they also don't know how to write kanji. Ooh. This could also fit for the mountaintop after you reach the top and it's the end of the game. Alright, I'll write this down. This one, possibly end of game at mountain top. Was it Lucky Star where one character had autocomplete but for kanji, the other character was getting the wrong results? It's been a long time since I've watched Lucky Star, so I don't know. Maybe. Alright, do you think we have enough music? Maybe. We only really need like 4 tracks, right? What about a title screen? What if I just search for adventure? Could listen for adventure. An adventurous title screen. Adventure. A walk is a little adventure. No. 13271. Is this too intense for the mountain? I could see it fit in. It could work. Possibly. Could work. I will note this one down. Manton. You want to be intense? True. I did consider adding a tent to the game. You could be in the tent. Ooh, cat adventure? Oh. No, that's too much. This. I'm looking for like title screen songs. Yeah, that is quite a VTuber intro screen. About time left. Where did it go? Am I right, guys? Time left. What about time right? You could also do this to collect a new set of stream BGM. Possibly true. I do listen to the same royalty-free whatever. Are you taking this one? Time left. I like this guy's avatar. Just a little cat. Unknown blood type. Cat. Utopia. Adventure. Hey, that's the same guy. Holy. What the? Little. Oh, a rabbit. Boy's adventure. Adventure. Kawaii future base. That's kind of nice. I don't know about this one. Searching by artist. This one's strange. Shimtone. Shimtone makes some good songs. It's a bit too upbeat though. What about this one? Ooh. This is like Puyo Puyo music. Does anyone know what I mean by this? Has anyone played the Puyo Puyo game story mode? This is like something that would play in like the classroom. Exactly. Okay. All the people that tune in for game dev, you're like, we're just listening to music, bro. Ooh. Adventure of a hungry rabbit. Adventure of a fox. Adventure summer. Small adventure. That might be a good one. Small adventure. No. This one for cave or ice. 10169. It literally says cave of ice. It's a bit too funky. The instrumentals are too strong. Small adventure. No, it's a small adventure. It's quite the small adventure. No. Tiny adventure. Summer adventure. It's quite the grand adventure though. Although the duration is 30 seconds. Maybe they meant tiny as in the length of the song. What the? Right, well, okay, I think we have maybe enough. What about sound effects? Wait, they got sound effects as well? Jump? Do I search for... if I just search for jump? Bounce. Nothing. Bounce. Mushroom. What if I search for mushroom? Nothing. Well, okay. I think we have enough songs, maybe. Search tags, advanced search, random selection, search from movie, vocal songs, sound effects. What kind of sound effects do they have? What are these sounds? Maybe their sounds don't have English search because not enough people are using it for English search. What is this? I see. All right, so now we have some music. We could look for sounds to use for just sound effects. Item collecting sound. Mushroom bounce sound. Other sounds possibly. If we were simply to continue from here. Okay, we will move the character to here. All right, so let's go through music that I have put on the list. Listen to forest music. 1217. What is that one? That's a sound effect. Oh, it's SE, not BGM. I see. It's like when the character is something. What about this one? What is this one? Oh, this is like a graduation song. This says goodbye. What is this? Study, learning something. What is this word? I don't know. Different link. I know it's this one, right? 1217. I know. Anyway, I also don't like this song. It's royalty-free, lo-fi music. Alright, that's enough for that. I could do more music searching online. Or sorry, offline on my own time. And by offline, I mean off-stream. That's what I meant. Okay, so what can I do today, though? I do some, like, actual game dev today? What's something I could do? Controller support. I could add controller support. Maybe I'll do that today. I mean, it should be pretty simple, right? All I have to do is, like, add the input map. Jump. I simply add a joypad button. It'll be a Nintendo B button. Yes. What is UI accept? Accept. Show built-in actions. Accept. Wait, do they not have controller buttons that are built in for UI accept? Joypad buttons. Now here's the question. Do you, when you think of accept on controllers, do you think of the bottom button or the right button? You know, a lot of games, Nintendo specifically, a lot of it is the right button. An Xbox is the bottom one. PlayStation is often the bottom one if it's a US game, a Western game. But if you're in Japan and you're on PlayStation, it's the right one. Depends on controller. True. So true. UI accept. I'm gonna have it be the bottom button. Because I feel like that's more often common, maybe. Or I could have both, I don't know. Some games are cursed and say select is a trigger button. Depends. What if I just use joypad button 40? Joypad button 100. There are joypads that have this many buttons. Now, could I maybe detect the controller type and then possibly have it be based on this? Okay, let's see. I'll have it be the bottom button. Accept is going to be bottom button. Device, all devices. We have move left. I should just plug in my controller. Hold on. I'll be back in less than a minute. I'm gonna get my controller. Alright, I have my controller. Move left. Okay, move left is going to be... You can use D-pad left. You can also use joypad axis 0 left. Move right is going to be right D-pad. It will also be right on the analog stick. Move up. It's going to be this one. And also this one. And then move down. This one. And this one. Okay, now to test whether I can actually run the game and play the game on controller. Okay, you can move UI. You can go to settings, you can go back, continue. You can jump. Yo, it actually works. It's that easy. Controller support is that easy. Okay, you can jump. You can pause menu. Okay, I need to add pause menu. Dova Syndrome 429. What is that one? EGM 429. It's so quiet. Oh, sound effect. Sound effect. I see. What's that one? It's a bit too high pitched. Or like jumping sound? Is that a jumping sound effect? No one really knows. Maybe. Possible uses. Animation. Jump, oh, selection sound? It sounds like a dog. It's like a like a very small dog doing a high-pitched yip. Sort of. Maybe. Dog. Okay, pause button. Pause button has got to be this button. Okay, so we got some buttons. You can continue with the controller. You can move, you can pause, you can unpause. You can go to settings. You can go to settings, you can resume. And the question is, for games like this, do I really need to consider having a button rebinding? Does it truly matter if I have rebinding buttons? Yes, but this is not even like that long of a game though. It always matters? Okay, but like, what if I don't care? What if you want to play it on some awful controller? Alright, well, that adds complexity to my game though. I guess I should. But no, a lot of the games that are on itch... Wait, I didn't... What the heck? You can push multiple crates at once. Oh, I need to rebind... I need to bind retry to something. What do I set it to? Triangle? Triangle for restart room? Reset. Reset is going to be on triangle. Is that a good button? Triangle? Select? Okay, I could do select. It seems like people agree. Select is a good option. I don't think it matters, but you can rebind buttons in the OS. Hey, people care. Sometimes people care. Welcome, Markler, as well. I have press select. It does not work. Why is it not working? Did I not save my settings? Joypad button, select. I did press select. It is very clearly registering that I'm pressing select right now. And then if I go to the game, and I continue, it is not actually working. I'm pressing select in the game right now. I do it here. If I do it with the keyboard, it's fine. If I do it here, it's not. Why does it not work? Is this a well-known issue? Godot select button not working. Select Godot controller. Select but jump is on select. You can totally do it. Is it because Steam is open? Does it do something on Steam? What if I close Steam? Sometimes Steam like uses up the input. It doesn't work. It simply doesn't work. Strange. Why doesn't it work? Reset. Oh, whatever. I could figure that off stream. We have some buttons configured. Now they could always... I'll try standalone. How do I do that? Go, it's not this one. Play the project. Is there a button I can press to not be in Godot? Standalone. Game and then uncheck a thing there. General. Game. Is it in the game settings? Standalone. Yeah, it's my cool video game. It's not going to be the actual title or screen. Game next to 2D, 3D script. Oh, game. What the heck is this? Wait, you could be playing in this window the whole time. So you can uncheck a thing. Embed game. Do not embed game. Okay, continue. It also doesn't work. Select does not work. Why does it not work? Strange. Let me check my script. Surely it's not checking that I'm using keyboard. Where do I have it set up? World.gd. Reset. Reset. Obstacle has method reset. Reset. Where do I actually set up the reset? Reset obstacles. Is there like a thing to search across the entire project? Or do I have to do it here? Reset. If action is event, press reset. It's in game.gd. Ripgrep, I have used ripgrep. If action is event, oh, unhandled key input. Now, does that not include controller input? I should just do unhandled input, right? Instead of unhandled key input. I see. I did not know that it was specific. Okay, so that works. That was my issue. I was using unhandled key input. Do I have that anywhere else? I don't. Okay, so we have fixed an issue. It has been determined that it works now. Okay, so now select does restart the game. Good. I should probably commit this. Okay, so we take the player, we put them back at the beginning. Right over here. Okay, I could maybe on this stream, I could work on like a control rebind menu, or I could also do that off stream. Maybe that's more of an off stream thing. Adding controller support to Godot games is easy. Yeah, you just click some buttons. It's that simple. Okay. Add controller support. Okay. We have controller support. Okay, one thing that I did say I maybe wanted to have is a thing so that the menus don't just show up. They could have like a popping effect, you know, this one just shows up. We need an interesting effect that makes it start off small and then zooms out and goes in. There's a plugin to do that called Inputty. It has some bugs. You can save or store bindings. Wait, let me check that. Godot Inputty. Oh, interesting. Let me see, GitHub. It's not even on GitHub. It's literally on Codeberg. Input wrapper for Godot. Some useful features. Copy the add-ons directory. Close and reopen. Use Inputty instead of input. Codeberg, that's how you know it's a real FOSS. What makes this more real than other places? Is it real FOSS when you host your own thing? Use git t or whatever. Inputty properties are user customizable. Slot device-based action input. It also supports replacing graphics dynamically. It switches the icons. Oh, I see. Interesting. I also did not consider that. Yes, if I were to make like a settings rebind menu, I would need to like display like the name of the controller, the name of the button, and it would be different based on what controller you're using. I will write that down. Maybe consider using Inputty. I think there was like another plugin that does something similar. I forget what it's called. It might be in my GitHub stars. Let me check my list. JD script. Controller icons. Automatic keyboard mouse controller icons and rebind support. This is the one that I was aware of. This one. Controller icons. It also has buttons built in. It also has the thing where it switches the button based on what you binded it to. I don't know which one is better. Neat. Look at the UI though. Based on the screenshots alone, this one, it does look quite a bit. It does have a bit nicer, nicer aesthetics by default. But you know, I did consider using this, but then I wasn't really a fan of like, you have to like include all the icons in your game, which I guess maybe is required if you're allowing users to like change things. But then they have like, you know, they have the Ouya support, they've got like Luna support. Like what if I don't care if they want to use Luna? I would have to include these in all of my files. I could probably exclude some of them. I don't know how this works. And this could increase the size of the project quite a bit. I guess it doesn't really matter. You can use your Ouya controller. Exactly. Exactly. Anyway, maybe something I do off stream. Just make all the button prompts random nonsensical symbols. True. I could just use like the debug name. You know, I could simply show like the full name in the settings here. Like bind this to joypad button 4 parentheses back Sony select Xbox back Nintendo minus all devices. Wouldn't that be cool? I'm sure gamers would appreciate the maximum detail. You're like, well, I know what it is on my Xbox, but what if I was using PlayStation? And then they're like, oh, that's what it is on PlayStation. I'm doing that for a stream overlay tool I'm making. What the? I've disconnected my controller. What is the overlay tool? Streaming. Imagine streaming. Mostly because it's meant to be used with steering wheel pedals. Those libraries don't include icons for that. Oh. You should suggest it. I think they're using like Kenny's icon pack, right? No? Doesn't he have one? Input prompts. Kenny input prompts. Look at these. These look pretty nice. Although maybe it doesn't have them. It does have a lot of them though. Uncanny. The Uncanny Valley. Alright, let's maybe like work on some UI. Let's go to settings menu. Settings menu, script. We could maybe on ready. It could be on visibility change. We could add a tween to it. Right, how do I have that set up? I have it set up in text box, I think. Text box. And we set this here. I will consider adding it as well to settings menu. Alright, if visible, then just scale self. Tween duration not scale. Okay, tween duration. Just have it set to like 0.2 or something. Tween, yes, that is when you switch between. Is that what it's called, tween? It's between, moving between two properties, two sizes. And why is that not triggering? On visible, tween property. Did I not, like, do I have to append the tween to something? Where's my other file that I just had open? Tween. What? Tween duration. 0.2. Oh, I have to set, right, I have to set the size to 0 first. Scale. Scale is 0. I see. Let's go back here. On visible, set scale to 0, and then tween size to 1. Oh, holy frick. It zooms in. It should zoom in from, like, the middle, though. It does look kind of cool, though. It's like, where's this guy coming from? Okay, full screen does work. Reset window size. It resets it to the middle of the screen, even. Hippity hoppity. Okay, but this one, though, it is not showing up. Why is it not showing up here? It is, in fact, not doing it. Settings menu. Is it because I don't have it set up the right way? Settings menu. Now this doesn't need to fit the whole thing, right? I could simply, it could choose to not be there. It could simply be in the middle. What if it was like this? Okay, that's better. Wait a second. That looks nice. Okay, but what about in here? It does not load here. Why does it not load here? Let me go to the pause menu. So let's see. Settings menu. Do I have to set this anchor, and then center? Maybe it's because I didn't have that set up. Yeah, it's like being slapped in the face. Okay, so this one, settings. It is not there. Why is it not there? Let's check. Root main scene game. Pause menu. Pause menu. Pause menu is there. Settings menu. Okay, so what's wrong with the settings menu? Where is that settings menu? Preset center. Oh, is it because the surrounding container is not set up to take up the entire margin? Or sorry, the entire center thing? Margin container, margin pause menu. What if this one was in the middle? Oh, that's the wrong thing. Margin container, menu. What if pause menu, anchor, and fill the entire screen? Is that anything? Pause menu. So, okay, this one works. Why does it not work for this one? The mysteries of Godot. I'm gonna drink water. It is 7 p.m. All right. Welcome, Hamflow. All right, why is this not working? Pause menu, margin container, anchor, center. But it should not be. It should fill the entire screen. Okay, and then menus. Menus specifically, align center. Is that anything? Is this anything? Settings? Settings menu is not there. Settings menu. Anchor. Click on the anchor. Put that in the middle. What? What the heck, man? Settings. It's not working. Okay, so that should be there. It is anchored in this place. Let's check the script. Visible scale to 0. Print scaled. Is it printing anything? Is it simply never visible? Why is this not being printed? Do I have to reload the game perhaps? Okay, we continue. We go settings. It is being called though. So why? Why is that? Oh, do I have to set, is there like a pivot thing that I have to set? What is it called? What is the name of this thing? Let me close all this stuff. Oh, I have a lot of tabs open. Scene transition, crate, mushroom, settings menu. Okay, settings menu specifically. I know there's like a pivot that you can set somewhere, right? Is this in here? Pivot transform, pivot offset. But shouldn't that be 0 though? What's the deal? What is the difference between me doing it in this screen, in the title screen versus pause menu? It works fine in the title screen. Right, we got the title, margin container, we got credits. Settings is in a different container. It's not nested under the same thing. Is that what it is? What if I move this one outside? What if I did that? Okay, but now it doesn't even go. Isn't this just so interesting, guys? You're like, whoa, can't wait to tune into Wolfie's stream and see him figure out the weird UI issues. This is why I tune in to this stream, to know about how UI works. Alright, so why is that not working? Scale is 0. Tree, we have created tween. Scale goes to 1. But it's not though. That's the thing, it's not going. You would think that it would go, but it doesn't. I think that's messed up. Okay, but then in this menu, it does work in this menu. But why? Why? Okay, maybe this is another thing I figure out off stream. Maybe I simply revert this change. I'm going to revert this change. Reload. Alright, continue. Okay, what else do I do? What is another thing I can do today? Let me check my notes. Is there a certain legacy console style you're going for? No, not really. Just whatever looks good. Let's see. Okay, so I have Clover count in pause menu. Controller support is almost done, I guess. I did consider having a setting to disable particle effects, but I feel like it's not worth it. The particles are not really that expensive, probably. Hopefully, I don't know. Do you think it's worth it? Like, I don't imagine this is that expensive to run. But what about someone on like a really awful computer though? What if they can't play my cool game because there's too many particles? It's fine, then they'll deal with it. They'll deal with it. Okay, what else can I work on? Oh, you know, one thing I could consider adding? I could have a thing where, like, in the cave area, the world could be a bit darker. But you could have, like, a light effect. So, like, you know, whoops, what did I just do? So maybe when you're in the cave, it could be, there could be like a radius around yourself where everything is visible. And then everything outside that radius is slightly darker. It would then sell the cave effect a bit more. And you do also have openings of light. So maybe these areas have light. Or maybe that's too much. Actually, Godot has built-in light, right? Can I just add that to the scene? What does that even look like? If I were simply to add a light source, it would be a, what, a point light? A point light. Texture with the shape of light must be supplied to the texture property. Okay. Put that on the player node. Okay, point light, okay, let's see. Texture. New. What is this? I just want to make like a circle. A texture with the shape of the light. New gradient texture 2D. Okay. Texture, offset, scale, color, energy. Do I have to do anything specific for this? So nothing seems to be showing up right now. Offset. Offset, color. Energy. 50. Nothing. Range. Shadow. Shadow enabled? Is that anything? Okay, I'm gonna have to look this up. Godot light 2D. Light and shadows. I don't know if I even want this. I just think it'd be interesting to learn. Lighting. I just want like some flat lights. It doesn't need to be so advanced. Point lights. Texture. Offset. Directional light. Enabled editor only. Blend mode. I heard a legend one time. What does he mean by this? Blend mode. Mix. Nothing, there's nothing. How to use 2D light in Godot.
Hello everybody, Chris here. And
No. Okay, what has he got? He got overview. Point light 2D. Okay, so you add point light 2D. Game dev who pre-calculated all shadows and stored them in a RAID. RAID Shadow Legends. Wow. Actually, do you know there's CSS only Minecraft? I saw this on my timeline recently. Someone made a Minecraft clone. There is no JavaScript on this page. And what he did was that he pre-calculated all possible positions for blocks. And then all the CSS is doing is like showing and hiding them. And they have like rotations and all that. How did they do that? They pre-computed, there's like a 5 megabyte file that gets loaded with all the possible combinations of blocks. I'm surprised it actually runs. I thought it would be very laggy. And it actually works perfectly fine. Yeah, 5 megs. I mean, you could compress it pretty well. There's only like what, like 6, 7 block types? Oh, I see why they chose 7. 1 byte. Or sorry, there's so it's 7, but then 8 would be one with empty. Empty plus 7. There's 8 of them. I don't know. You could fit information in some ways. Anyway, point light 2D. Okay, so they have selected a point light 2D. He is presumably explaining how this works. I'll turn this on. It needs to add a texture to the point light. Yes, I've done that. I have selected an image. Gradient texture. Okay, so they're adding gradient texture to box. We can turn that into a simple radial circle shape. Expand. Oh, you gotta click on the shape. You gotta actually click on the shape. And then what? God, this song has people talking. I thought it was from the video. Oh, fill is radial. How did they do that? Gradient. Fill. Radial. Okay, but it doesn't work. Fill is radial. My ideas on reasonable file size is messed up. Recently working with the 1 gig log files. 1 gig for log files? It's like not that much. Actually, no, that is kind of a lot. Somewhat. I guess it depends. I don't know what I'm saying. Why is this not working? Why does it work for this guy? As soon as he added this gradient texture, seemed like it did work. Is the coordinates on the player? It feels like it might be off screen. Is that what it is? Oh, it's over there. What the heck? I thought it should, isn't it attached to the player? Shouldn't it be on the player? How do I make this local to the player? That explains it. Okay, transform. Position. Reset the transform. Oh, wait, why was it put over there originally? Whoa, what the? Okay, but I only want this to apply the... Actually, this doesn't look good. What am I trying to do here? Why did I even want this? No, I want to do this with a shader. It should not be lightening things, it should be darkening anything else. I mean, I guess I could possibly use this. Some games have this effect where, like, let's say you're over here, then this part would be in darkness, right? Because you can see it from this angle. This part could be darker, this part, although sometimes it is a bit distracting, so maybe I don't want that. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's look up some shaders for this. Godot shader light circle. I realized something about the mushrooms. That they have particle effects now. That they have mushroom spores. Whoa, look at that. Welcome to Ingleton. Yes, they have that now. They're totally there. For real. And that's a cool effect, like a Zelda kind of thing. Does Zelda have mushroom spores when you jump on them? Does Zelda even have jumpable mushrooms? Is that a thing that exists? Okay, what is it? I was gonna add. No, not this. Is there like a Godot shader with dithering? Thinking of Skyward Sword? That is a game that I have never played. I want like a shader that gets dithered the farther away you are from it. Is there a thing? I feel like I've seen it somewhere. Dithering shader. That's not what I want. Godot shader. Godot, what's it called? Darkness light source shader. Dithered lighting shaders. Is that what I want? That's not what I want. Since you drew shadows on the mushrooms, it looks a little weird when you have different rotations of mushroom on the same screen. That is true. That is true. But I feel like most people would not notice this. And I think I will not have unique sprites for every rotation. Have I seen that Pecora is in Death Stranding 2? I did see that. She is in fact in the game. Wait, how did I do that? You see that? Yes, yeah, that's fine. You walk down slightly and then you fall. You press left or right. A cheap way to do it would be to make an immense sprite that has slightly opaque dark color, fully transparent. That is true. I could do that. But I'm pretty sure I've seen someone else do it with like a shader. I just wish I had saved the thread. I don't know where it is. It's something that, wait, something like this. How to achieve dithering in light 2D in 2D shader light. A single circular light is attached to the player. It has dithering effect. Yeah, this is cannot imagine other way other than making a big black sprite with dithering hole. Cover the camera with it. Is that how they did it? Is that how I would have to do it? Alright, maybe that's how they did it. Do I want to do that? Maybe I don't want to do that. You hear the ice cream truck outside? It's real. It is in fact quite real. Wish I had saved the thread. This is what happens when you don't take notes on things. You simply just don't know. Let's see. Okay, let me take a look at my notes. Welcome Dopamine, the game is looking good. Thank you, thank you. Look, it's got a pause menu and everything. It's got progress saving. It's got a title screen temporarily. This is not going to be the title of the game. It's got credits. Welcome, solid state duality. A game. It is in fact a game. Got a UI. He's got retry button. He's got trees. Can you believe that? Trees? Bro, trees. Did I accidentally move something? This always happens. I always accidentally move things. Long time lurker. Happy to see you're still around. I've always been around. And I will always be around. I will never die. Some people, they die. I will never die. Not even physically. You might think, you know, I'm talking about how, you know, you don't really die until whatever, conceptually. I don't know what I'm saying. Here's me talking about death again. Would there be a secret way to get into the high room? It's not even a secret way. You can just get in there for real. You can just glide in there. Now I made this specifically a not a room that you actually get a clover in because you do have to backtrack a lot. I think in this game I won't have that much backtracking. If you see a clover, it will not be more than 2 rooms away. So if the player takes the time to come all the way over here, all the way over here, they'll be like, well, what is this? I don't know. I simply don't know what that is. And then they'll feel like they've been cheated. They're like, I was really hoping for something else. But no, it's just a drawing of myself. And it doesn't even make sense because how could this part of the cave even exist, right? It's floating in the middle of nowhere. Well, we just don't know. There's simply no way to know. It is a fictional thing. Okay, let me check my notes. What else can I work on today? Scaling button. Okay, one thing that someone did suggest, I think XTAG suggested this, is that, you know, you could have a scale, 1x, 2x, 3x, window scale, so that, you know, if you resize the window, it will be pixel perfect. You won't have like parts of pixels, you know, sometimes that's a bit annoying. I don't know how big a deal it is, but sometimes it does look pretty bad. This one seems alright to me so far. But maybe on very large resolutions it could look bad. But then it's also like, do I really want to add that though? Okay, now that looks bad. if it's like at this size, yes, this looks quite bad. But no one's gonna play it at this size, surely. Look at that weird dithering effects. Welcome, Liquid Cake. Normally on near perfect resolutions that you get nastiness. Oh yeah, you can kind of tell from here. Like this one, this looks a bit off. This as well. Okay, maybe I do want to add it then. It is quite noticeable. I mean, that's also a setting you can just set in the project. You can make it so that you're forced to scale things by like 1x or 2x. Display window. There is a scale mode, integer. And that will simply disallow you. Look at that, we got black borders around the screen now. Because it's not a full resolution. It's not, it doesn't fit perfectly. But then this is a bit strange though, right? It looks a bit strange. Unless you full screen. Oh, even in full screen? Oh, okay, this is a bit unpleasant then. I thought it would fit perfectly, but it doesn't. It doesn't fit perfectly. Why not? Is 640 by 360. Does that not fit perfectly in 1920 by 1080? Maybe just a checkbox, you want integer scaling. Is that configurable in game? Godot set scale mode. Multiple resolutions. Because this is a project setting. Is this configurable? Hold on. Scale mode. Integer scaling with stretch mode. Oh, is it? Do I set this on like the root container or something? Is that a thing? Godot set scale mode in code. How to change, yeah, this one. How to change display window stretch scale. Setting the property correctly. Project settings, set setting. I mean, I could try it. So we can learn how to add buttons to menus. Let's go to settings menu. Let's add a child node. What is it called? This thing. Check button. And this one is going to be pixel perfect. Next answer says it doesn't work. What? This property is only used once on startup. It doesn't update in real time. Oh man. Changing the setting has no effect. You can manually change the scale factor. Oh, I see. No, in yet another follow-up, it has been changed to allow real-time updating. Okay, so they're like, it doesn't work, and then it does work. So maybe it does work. Let's try it. Pixel perfect. Okay, this one we simply are going to add unique name. I'm going to attach a button press signal to settings menu. And then pixel perfect press. Okay, I also need to add a setting for this. So let's see, let's go to settings.gd. And the way I've added this is I've simply defined settings here. So we have one for full screen, and we'll copy this one. I'll add it here. Pixel perfect. Pixel perfect. I'll have it false by default. Or maybe I should have it true. No, because on true, sometimes it looks weird to just have these black borders. Okay, so then the way to do that is simply to copy this unformatted code. Pixel perfect, go over here, paste it. Set setting scale resolution. Hold on, what is this setting? Copy property path. Project settings, set setting. Display window scale stretch mode. And the question is this just a string or is it like an enumeration of some kind? Scale mode. Okay, it is a string. It's fractional or integer. Okay, set setting. So it'll be if pixel perfect, then integer if enabled, else fractional. Okay, default is false, enabled Set setting, pixel perfect. Sure. Okay, so now we have this in there. And then we go to our other script, the script known as settings menu. And then we just do settings dot pixel perfect dot update. Okay, so if it is pressed, you set it to, how do I do this? You update it to be the current value. I want to get the current value. How? Button pressed. Update on full screen updated. Value bool. Oh, it's toggled. It's not pressed, it's toggled. I think. Pixel perfect press. Okay. Toggled. That's what I want. Okay, if it is toggled, you simply set the value to toggle on, right? And then you also need to make sure that if you change the setting outside of this menu, it's also updated here. So pixel perfect on pixel perfect updated. And then you do this here. Then pixel perfect. All right, let's see if that works. Pixel perfect not declared in the current scope. Because I've not added this thing. Pixel perfect toggle. Okay, and then you gotta rename it. All right, so go to settings menu, pixel perfect. You resize it. Doesn't work. It in fact is not working at all. Hold on. Is this being triggered? Did I attach the thing correctly? Print toggle on. Okay, true, false. True, false. Okay, so it is being triggered. But then in the actual settings, it's not working. Pixel perfect video if enabled. Set setting. Display window size scale mode. So what if we print out the current setting? Project settings.get setting. Right. Okay, integer fraction. Integer fractional. Does not work. Why doesn't it work? Strange. Are they lying to me? They said this works. It has been changed to allow real-time updating. Did they lie to me? Godot change window. What is it? Change display settings window stretch scale. Does that work if I change the setting and restart? Okay, we turn on pixel perfect, go back, and quit. Wait, why is it disabled? Am I not saving this? Hold on. Oh, because I didn't add it to. I mean, it shouldn't affect it, but I didn't add it to this thing, so it should be pixel perfect in here. This is what's used to restore the properties when I reopen it. Okay, so we set it. Go back. Quit the game. Go to setting. It's not enabled. Okay, do I not have it saved yet? Is that the thing? I think I do have a timer. We'll save every, okay, 3 seconds. It saves every 3 seconds. I thought I had it save even when you close the game. But let's see. So we quit the game, reopen the game. It is not on. Okay, what about settings.com? Pixel perfect, it is true. Hold on, why is it not being set? Oh, do I not have it? Maybe it's just the checkbox that's not getting set. If I go to settings menu, right, I need to initialize it. But I think this also should not really affect it. Okay, so that is there. But it is not working. Scale mode, fractional. Settings. Scale mode. Display window, stretch scale mode. How can I change display window stretch scale? How to make stuff scale with window size. Multiple resolutions. Godot change project setting. Project setting in code. Set setting to value. Some settings may require a game restart. But why? Project settings are read when the project starts. Changing them at runtime. I guess I am changing them at runtime. Because this is being set at runtime. Oh, project setting does save. Is that a thing? Set setting, save, restart the game, see the orientation has changed. Note that save custom file name is the proper way to do this. Set screen orientation. Okay, this is probably a different thing. Man. What if I just have a button that snaps it to the nearest integer resolution? Maybe that's better. You resize your window however you want, and then it'll scale it to some other thing, maybe. That's possible. Change project settings at runtime. Use the project settings node. Scale mode, stretch. Wait, what is this? Display window, size, height, stretch mode. Scale mode. Is this not a setting that's available? Godot 3.4, right? It's 4.2. Godot 4. Are we on 4.3 right now? Yes. No. 4.4. Set setting. Set initial value, set internal, set as basic. Save custom. Alright, well maybe we won't do this. Although I do feel like it is important to have. Wow, really interesting. I feel like I didn't accomplish that much today. On this stream, what do? We listen to music. We added controller support, which is very simple. It was like 2 minutes of work. And then we failed to add a setting to the game. Wow, that's fun. Fun time. Sometimes game dev is really productive, sometimes it's not. Now, I feel like the last game dev stream we had was really productive though. We added particle effects. It looks so nice. We got particle jumping. Got walking particles. Not so much for today. Anyway, that's fine though. Totally fine. Nothing really to worry about. But let's see. If I were to add something, something else to be added today. Looking at my list of things that I could add, I have added a flagpole that is there. I have added dust after jumping. Possibly having a light in the caves. Like light coming out of these openings. How would I do that? Is that a thing that would make sense for me to add? Maybe not. Maybe that's overkill. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like most of the other stuff left in the game is like relatively minor. I could add like right, an intro cutscene. I could have an outro scene. If you touch this flag, it could trigger the ending of the game. Maybe I'll do that. Wait. Set this stuff, we set that stuff. GD format. Is it possible to jump over the flag? No, I was gonna have the collision check be like, it'll go up really high. So that if you collide maybe over here, you'll fall down and then still be in contact with the flag. Or I could trigger it like on this area. Maybe once you enter this area, it just triggers the end. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, let's see. We got this stuff. I'm going to commit this and then undo it. Because this is not working. Attempt to add setting for pixel perfect. And then immediately revert it. And now the setting is gone. We could add it back at some point if we did want to. Okay, so last thing. Possibly last thing to do today. I will a check at the very top so that if you are in this area, it'll trigger the end of times. The end of all times. So let's see, we're going to have a new screen. This will be the ending screen. Ending.tscn. Right, you go to the ending right here. Wait, why is it... Wait a second. Why is there stuff on here? Why is the pause menu on the screen right now? On the ending screen? Excuse me? Is this a bug in Godot? If I close this, and I reopen it, what? What the heck? Can anyone explain this? Why was, what the heck? Alright, we're gonna delete it again. Close this, don't save. Settings menu. Why is the settings menu? Do I need to reload the project? Create new scene, ending. Okay, and then reload current project. What? Did I change something? Don't save. Okay, ending scene. Okay, now nothing's in it. I don't know why. I think that was a bug. I think I found a legitimate bug in Godot. For some reason, it just showed a thing that wasn't actually there. It might be because I reverted something and then a bunch of files changed. But okay, that's fine. So let's see. We can go to the world. We take the player and we move them to the very top. And then we add an area 2D. We hide this one. Okay, so we have a child node, area 2D, ending trigger. Okay, and then just add a collision shape. Collision shape 2D. And it will be a rectangle shape. And then collision shape, the ending trigger. It's going to be all the way up here, centered on the flag. And then you change the shape. It's going to be large. It's going to be all the way up here. If somehow you are able to glide over it, then you have outsmarted me, the player. And by player, I mean game creator. It's going to be even higher. It's going to be all the way up here. Alright, and then ending trigger, we have, we set the collision so that it only collides with the player. Collision mask is going to be player. And then we have a node signal. We have body entered, connect to world. On ending trigger, body entered. I'm going to do a scene transition dot change scene. Scene path is going to be scenes, what's it called? What did I call it? Res. Will the ending finally reveal all the deep lore? No, that's gonna be in the intro. You'll know, you'll find out. There's gonna be so much lore. You're gonna be like, oh, that's what this was. That's why this was, oh, that's why he did this thing. You'll understand. Okay, res scenes. It's going to be slash scenes slash ending.tscn. It's going to have transition dot diamond. Scene transition diamond. Yes. Let's see if that works. Okay, there's an error. Perimeter bodies never used. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't even matter. Okay, we go back to world. We drag the player up here. Whoa, look at that. Okay, it crashed, but that's fine. Screen slash ending.tscn. Why did it crash? And crash here. Load scene path. Does the scene path not exist? Scene path. I thought I said it. Screens. Oh, scene. It's screen. I called it scenes. Okay, that's why. Me when I name things similarly, but they are wrong. Okay, I've done it. We have an ending screen. There's nothing on the ending screen, but it is there. It's real. Welcome NanoDan. Love a little bit of attitude. Thank you. He is existing. He's out there existing. Yeah, title and ending screen. All right, so on the ending screen, we're going to have text. We're going to have a, what is that thing called? A canvas layer. We're going to have a label. It's going to be a rich text label. It's going to say rainbow, you win. You win. And then it's going to fit to the entire screen. Alignment, center. Okay, and then font size. It's going to be a very large font. Font sizes, font sizes. This one is going to be size 50. 50. You also need to set the properties. You gotta use our consistent styling. You can't be using different fonts for this stuff. I should put this under a control node, actually. To consistently apply styles. To fit the screen, it's going to be this thing. And then go to theme, and then you drag your theme into here. Now the colors are as you expect. Font sizes, we're going to have 50, 48. And then it's also going to have an outline. It's called outline color. White. Outline size. 3, 5, 8. We continue the game. We go back to the world. Drag the player. This is the annoying part about having save data, is that your player actually saves. They actually go back to where you used to be, and you have to like drag it every time. Okay, go here. Whoa, look at you. You're done. You've won the game. That's it. That's the game. There will be an ending cutscene of some kind. It's going to have maybe some art. I'm going to draw some things for it. And then maybe there will be like a, you know, if you got all the clovers, you get some extra An extra art at the end. It's like in Celeste, when you get all the strawberries, you get the strawberry cake. Or whatever, I don't know. Yeah, it could also tell you how much time you died, how many times you died, true. Because that stuff is available. It is in fact available in the save data. We have died 38 times. For real. Yep, 38 times. Finish in under 1 hour? No, this game is definitely going to be shorter than 1 hour. When I played it, it took me slightly under 20 minutes. And this is me as someone who knows all the puzzles, who knows everything. I'm not going to stop to just like appreciate things because I already know what everything does. Simply just speed through the game. Anyway, I guess that's going to be it for today. Let's see, get status. Add ending screen. I guess we've done 2 things today. We have accomplished 2 things. We've added controller support. We've added a ending screen. Everything else we did is not really anything. We listened to music. I found some songs that might fit, so maybe off stream I will consider putting them in the game. But yeah, I feel like the rest of the game I will work on off stream. Because I will have to replace this character with the real art. It's going to be a real placeholder, but then it's going to be spoilers. You're going to be like, whoa, oh shoot. People could be, you know, I don't want to reveal too much. What's with the fish? Is there a fish? Oh, that fish? Why is it there? Has it been there the whole stream? I don't think so. Okay, let's commit this. Git diff. Red fish. Oh, fish. Okay, yes, there is this thing. Okay. That is a terminal program. Fish shell. If I just search fish shell. Okay, yes. I was thinking it's going to show like a fish that has a shell. No. It is a thing. What do I call this? It's a shell. If you don't know what a shell is, then I don't know how to explain it. The SH stands for shell. Git add screens, git commit, add placeholder, ending screen. Fish shell is great. I like it. It shows convenient things like this. What if there's a Metroidvania grid showing where you've been? I've considered that. I think it's a bit overkill. There's like, it's not that hard to find them. I feel like the way that I've structured the game at the moment, it's like you'll be able to see all the clovers, right? You can go from here. If you go up, you'll be like, oh, there's one over there, right? There's one, you know, there's one down here. If you ever climb down, there's one there. If you see one, you might... You don't have to backtrack that often. This one, at the start of the game. Fish shell is great. It's my first install on any system. Yeah, it's a good shell. Would recommend. Yeah, 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Let me check that the files have synchronized properly to my main computer. Git log. Okay, it's been synchronized. I'm going to close everything now. Alright, let's see what day it is. Let's raid someone. Mint Julep Day. Yo, Mint has their own day. Fakesgiving, European Neighbors Day, Hug Your Cat Day, that's a good one. Creativity Day, E-Bike Day. World MS Day, Hole in My Bucket Day. Sophia Day. Let's do International Hug Your Cat Day raid. You can find some emote that's relevant, perhaps. Alright, who do I raid? Yo, Alyssa is streaming. She's literally never online at this time. I will raid Alyssa. Anyway, that's gonna be it. I'll be back tomorrow with some variety Saturday gaming. It's gonna have some games. It's gonna have connections. It's gonna have other things that I play. What do I play on that game on that day? Rejexel, crosswords, guess the game, Gamedle, Food Guesser, Redactyl. You already know, you know the drill. You've all been here before. Yep. That's it. That is all for today. A lot of stuff. I'm hoping the game will be wrapped up maybe in the next like week or two. Possibly. And do the art. I don't know. Next stream, I don't know. Sorry, next week, I don't know if I'm gonna do game dev streams. It's like I'm wrapping up with this one. It could be done so soon. I could start a new game. I could make a new game. New game could be started, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, the raid's gone. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.